Hello, Virgo, and welcome to October 16th through the 31st, 2020. Uh, five card tarot overall energy card reading here, and specific for the time period of October 16th through the 31st of 2020. Um, Virgos keys, please keep in mind that it is a general reading for the larger collective of Virgos, and it's intended for informational purposes. The information may not resonate with every Virgo, and that's totally okay. Take what fits and let the rest go, please. To save time, I've already shuffled the cards and requested the universe guidance. The cards that were selected were ejected on their own during the shuffle. The five cards that exited during the shuffle for this overall energy reading are lined up here. This first card here, Virgo, this deals with your overall energy of your past influences that were significant within the last few months. In some cases, the energy may have resolved itself, and in other cases, it still may be lingering. The second card here represents the overall energy for your current or present energy during this time frame, Virgo. The third card represents the current overall energy for your future energies during this time period. The fourth card here represents the overall energy for any challenges that you may encounter, Virgo, during this time period. Keep in mind that challenges do not imply anything negative. They're provided for simply things to be aware of, and often they're presented with choices that you may need to make. And the fifth card here represents the overall energy for the outcome energies during this time frame for you, Virgo. So, start ahead. Well, we start out with, sorry for the glare there, we start out with the Prince of Wands. And other tarot cards, the Princess is the same as the Page. So Princess and Princesses and this tarot card deck are the same as the Pages and other tarot card decks. We know that the Princess and Prince and Pages and tarot cards are typically messenger cards. So we'll find out. Angel and Spirit Guides, please help us understand why the Princess of Wands is in Virgo's past influence energy, please. Virgo, I'm picking up that in the past few months, many Virgos were inclined to sort of give anything and everything a go. You were able to demonstrate that you embraced opportunities, and many of you may have started out on some sort of new journey or project in the past few months just to see where it takes you. You may not have had a specific plan in mind at the time, and perhaps you didn't really know where you were headed, but you were just excited sort of about possibilities. It was the possibilities of doing something or different or going in a different direction in some way. I am picking up that for me, Virgos, this was something about something you dreamed to do. It was something that you wanted to use sort of your creative energy, and you just went forward with it, and there was a positive energy about sort of putting one step forward. Um, the Pages or the Princesses or Princess show up in tarot card readings because in this particular case, with the Prince of Wands as a messenger card in your past experiences, Virgo. I'm picking up that many were experiencing uh, a creative restlessness, and the Page then here was showing up to sort of reiterate that many of you were sort of stuck. There was like, you wanted to move forward, but you were like one step forward, one step back. You couldn't get past sort of an oomph to get it forward. In other words, the energy to go forth was there, but something for some reason was holding you back for many, and you sort of your idea was just floating around and didn't go anywhere. Um, so in that case, I pick up that Virgos were sort of needed to ground, to find some sort of ground, to some sort of be reality based. I guess is what I'm picking up, and that you need to sort of be reality based in what it is this creative energy was about. What were you hoping to manifest or bring forward, or what was your wish? And I'm picking up for those that were able to identify and figure out that if they strategized this sort of energy, that you sort of mapped out your ideas, and sort of, and sort of created a strategy. Those Gemini, those Virgos were much more uh, were much more able to move forward, is what I'm picking up. And it was very helpful for you to sort of uh, align yourself with the direction and with the creative goal that you were wanting. Um, and in some cases, you may have even had to modify what you were wishing, because once you sort of put it on paper, you were able to identify things and stumbling blocks and sort of things that you had to maneuver, and you were able to sort of modify that wish, but you made progress as far as moving forward with it. For other Virgos that didn't sort of figure out how to map it out, I'm picking up that you're still sort of stuck. The creative energy is there, but you're stuck. Um, the Princess of Wands is appearing in your past in influences here, Virgo, is because it was showing it was a spiritual path, or it was a journey that was sort of calling you, and there was you could feel that energy with a sense of curiousness, and many of you were sort of intrigued what this energy was about. And you were, in some cases, I'm picking up it was a sort of a spiritual endeavor in some way, uh, and an opportunity to sort of discover yourself. And this could be very much related to, the COVID-19 stay-at-home things going on. You had time to focus on these things, and if many people were at home, spending much home a lot more than they ever have in their life. Um, you had an opportunity to have these sort of to entertain these sort of thoughts, and but what's good about it is, even if you didn't move forward on it, or you're sort of stuck for whatever reason, and those of you that sort of started the process and mapped it out, the end result is still the same. You're still wanting to have this experience of discovery, and learning something. And I think deep down you're realizing that there's some benefit to this that you need to sort of to find out, whatever it may be. And it doesn't have to be huge or big, but it's just sort of this energy that of this curiosity that's a calling, I guess. So, for those that have proceeded with and sort of have mapped it out, this card is saying go forward. For those of you that didn't get past the idea and were stalemate, this card is saying your idea is still there, but you need to put action to it. And the takeaway was that um, if that energy is still sitting here and carrying over, you might need to find someone who can help you, a mentor, or do research where someone who has walked the path before. Talk about what you're doing. All those sort of that positive, constructive energy can help you work through this stalemate that you had on whatever this energy, this new idea, this discovery phase that was calling upon you in the last few months. In our present energy for this time period, we have the Three of Swords. Angel and Spirit Guides, please help us understand the energy of the Three of Swords here for Virgo during this time frame. Excuse me. Um, Virgo, the Three of Swords I'm picking up here, in your present energy, I'm picking up the energy of the message that again, some Virgos, there's an overall energy that some Virgos are feeling deeply hurt about something, or there's a disappointment about something. Um, it's on an interpersonal level. I'm picking up. It's about uh, it's either some sort of disagreement or some sort of information that you found out. There could have been hurtful words that were shared, and there could have been actions and intentions that were hurtful, or indicated a betrayal. Um, but whatever it is, there's an overall energy in your presence here that you've been you've been sort of pierced by intense emotion, and it's centering around sort of pain, sadness, grief, or heartbreak. Um, I'm picking up that this is sort of an unexpected sort of energy that's coming about, um, and it's making it more painful. And this could have been around an illness, or it could have been around the loss of family or someone that you knew, because it's unexpected. Something has happened that just occurred, and that's why it's more painful right now. It's that heartbreak. Um, hmm. This. So I'm picking up the Three of Swords here in your present energy, Virgo. Um, it's basically you're needing an emotional release. Um, so if it's a person related illness or death, or something that relates to a person, or it could have been a project or something that you put a lot of energy that basically unexpectedly fell apart. It even could have been you had your hope on, buying this house, and the offer fell through for some reason unexpectedly, or something happened, or it was just sort of whatever you put your energy, something unexpectedly has changed it, and it's taking you sort of uh, you're feeling this sort of uh, 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 a loss, or a major setback, and it's intense. Um, um, so if you haven't done so already, you know, Virgo, whether male or female, this is indicating that it's okay to have a good cry. You need to express emotion for this loss, whatever it is. Um, and allowing you to express your sadness is critically important for the cleansing process, and let it all out. And it's okay. Um, Having that good cry is that emotional release, um, because once you sort of experience this pain and this sadness or this heartbreak for whatever situation, um, you need to you need to express it. Holding it in, turning it into anger, or minimizing it, or whatever else, repressing it, isn't going to work, Virgo. So this is about allowing yourself to let it all out, be a messy, eat ice cream, do whatever you need to do to sort of have your emotional release. You need to have the emotional release. You have permission to have the emotional release. By doing so, Virgo, you're going to allow yourself the opportunity to experience these emotions, even how, no matter if they're painful. So if it's crying, shouting out, screaming at the top of your lungs, whatever else, whatever you need to do to get this heartbreak out, this emotion, this intense emotion out, do whatever it takes in an appropriate way to express your anger and this pain. This will help the emotions flow through you and out of you. I'm also picking up that it's essential, for some Virgos to continue to focus on the path that you had ahead, that to think forward. So don't let this divert you from whatever path or energy or creative idea that you were working on, which ties into this here. Um, because this path that you were looking at here it's still important. Um, so don't let the focus on the emotion and the experience, but don't let it dwell. Don't dwell on it longer than you need to. In other words, it's not minimizing the sadness. It's not minimizing the heartbreak. Experience it. Get it all out of your system. Scream, yell, go, whatever will help you to release it, because you need to release it. And once you release the major part of this heartbreak energy, um, you'll move through it. um, and you'll be able to get back on track to whatever it is that you're working on, even if it was tied to this thing that you're working on, because alternatives will come forward. So it's having the emotional release and allowing it, um, because once you experience it, and you'll see things with a different eye, um, and and it'll help you stay focused um, on something that's positive and something that you can turn your energy to, and uh, it's a positive focus to that. Um, and it's about accepting whatever the loss was, and so that you can move forward with your life. It's critical. The Three of Swords here is a reminder, Virgo, of that pain and sorrow and grief are necessary parts of life. And even though we can, we say that sometimes, if we haven't experienced it personally, we think the world's going to end. It won't end. It is a part of life, and so is the intense emotion that you're feeling. Um, but it doesn't have to become or overwhelm your life. Um, if we didn't experience such emotions or such challenges, we wouldn't grow and we wouldn't develop as a person. And that's what's critical here. And that's something to remember here, Virgo, that every hardship, every heartbreak creates anything that creates a discomfort or a sadness. Will is We have the opportunity to learn from it, to appreciate it, to value it, and it helps us to become a stronger individual. And if it's something that you if it's not if it's something that you were involved in, like project or something that you may have made a mistake in, it's about learning from your mistakes. It's about opportunities to learn from it. If someone passed away and you didn't get it, you didn't take that time to go say goodbye when you could have, don't beat yourself up about it. What the learning lesson is, the person's still, the presence is still there. The lesson could be is in the future, if someone is ill and they're in the hospital, you might want to take the time to go see them. I mean, that would be the lesson, so to speak. It's not, whoever has moved on is not holding a grudge, assure you. Um, but the pain can cloud your vision in the short term, which is fine. But eventually, when you sort of refocus it and get back to whatever your target goals were, the things that you were working on, the things that had that energy that creativeness that you were on here, it will come back to you, and it'll actually even perhaps give more meaning to what you're trying to do. So it's a learning opportunity. You know, there is a good news here, and we know that painful seasons will pass. The Three of Swords here is bringing the message to you that hurt and sadness is only temporary. You will bounce back, Virgo. The clouds will dissipate. The sun will shine for you. You'll have a better perspective of what it is that you want to learn from the experience, and you can conquer this pain in a positive and productive way. Um, uh, and it's you have the faith, you have the self-love, and you have the ability to forgive, and time will heal. The Three of Swords here, Virgo, this is arriving here in your present, because it reminds you to sort of take others' words to heart. That's the message I'm getting. Um, you know, um, and that could be also positive messages, but also negative messages. It, there could be you could be receiving negative energy. Take that information to heart, but don't let it overwhelm you. Um, People could be saying hurtful words to you, but don't let their hurtful words become you. Um, it's about remembering that you don't have to accept any other people's words as truth, and it's letting go of those past words or present words, or it might be bringing up memories of childhood or something that that you might have repressed and is coming forward, and you're going, oh, I'm not smart, or I can't do anything, because that's perhaps what you were told at one time. But those are old things that don't serve you, and this is an opportunity to let those go if they're sort of bubbling back up. Release those negativities, those negative words. Release the energy that was tied to the individuals who may have said those things to you over time. Now is the time to release it, because it no longer serves you, and you will feel uh, a relief. Um, it'll help you shift the energy, and looking at these people with negativity towards you with more with a compassion of heart. And perhaps they were struggling with things at the time. you know, they may have been dealing with their own insecurities, and now that you're seeing things in a different perspective, you don't have to like it, and you don't have to forget it. It's releasing the feelings of anger or sadness or regret or whatever, because right now it no longer serves you, and you recognize that. And it's about being mindful that uh, if a situation occurred, what's triggering this sort of feeling or emotion, um, that that's bringing out perhaps an insecurity that's coming forward. So, again, keep in mind that there's a more profound truth in in what you believe and not what others say to you. Um, so, use these sort of pain points to expand your perspective, and you'll get the bigger picture about what's happening and going on, and you know you'll work through this in many ways. Hmm. Oops, my card don't stand. All right. Our future energies. Here we have the Eight of Pentacles, angel and spirit guides. Help us understand for Virgo the Eight of Pentacles and their future energies, please. Virgo, I'm picking up that for some Virgos, there's an apprenticeship. There's something that has to do with mastery of a skill, or and it could be a labor skill, but it could be an intellectual skill. Uh, that Virgos, there's this energy that you're working on something to improve your skills. It could be education, it could be a class, it could be you've been doing this, or perhaps wanting to do this, but I'm picking up more that you're involved in it already. Uh, some of you may have changed your work schedules recently, or in education, or financial circumstances, and it could be related to the COVID-19. Uh, but whatever it is, I'm picking up that you're applying this determination and a concentration to sort of master a new skill in learning. And I'm picking up, with Virgo, your that attention and that determination that you have. You're concentrating to complete this. Um, you're wanting to master it, yes. Um, and you're using sort of perseverance and your attention to create the success. And I think this is related to this creative idea here, and in your present energy, that you have a setback of some sort of unexpected heartbreak. But this is saying you'll get through this so that you'll continue with that idea or creative thing that you were working here. So there is a flow here. Hmm. I'm picking up that whatever it is, you need the skill in order to move forward with this creative idea that you had here. Um, the the Eight of Pentacles is here in your future present energy, because it's encouraging and advising you that you're in an opportunity to work out the finer details right now. And this could be in all aspects of your life. This could have been bringing up personal issues that also affect your professional issues. So it's all aspects. Um, and what you're trying to do is continuously improve your situation in all areas. So if you were unhappy in one thing in your work life and happy in your love life, this is about bringing a combination of happiness into both. Um, so it's about that realignment. Um, that you're really trying to increase the sense of overall satisfaction. Having this card here in your future energies during this time period is a very positive sign that you're committed, Virgo, to making these changes, and that you are doing everything in your power to ensure that you give yourself the best possible chance to go forward. You're very hardworking, and you're devoting a lot of conscientious energy um, to this. And so don't, in tying the cards together, positive energy, things to move forward, ideas, strategies, you know you need to move forward. Some of you may have had a setback, an unexpected setback of heartbreak and sadness. Um, deal with that appropriately. Give yourself time to deal with it. But this card is saying get back to your mission here. You're going to grow and learn from this pain, and it's going to help you back on track with this. This is an encouragement card for you, Virgo, to keep going forward. You will get success out of this. And yes, it may require a little bit more dedication and focus and patience because of this setback, but you will get through it. Each day you will see milestones, and it's encouraging to stay to those values and beliefs that you had, um, because you'll get towards this creative goal that you want, this change that you're looking for, this energy that you're seeking. It's there. The universe is going to help you with this, but you do have to sort of work through to get through it. So it's about improving yourself, and it's about learning about yourself in the process of this goal here. And that's the challenge of it, and that's the fun and the creative part. You're learning something about yourself while you're trying to get through this goal, and that's exciting. You know, this is also saying that if for those Virgos that had the creative idea but didn't move forward on it, you were sort of stuck, and now this heartbreak sort of hit, and now you're like, oh, I can't do anything because like the world's coming apart. This card for you that we're stuck here, and now are faced with this sort of issue, this emotional issue. This is saying to you as well as you're not done. Um, if you weren't quite engaged before, learning from this experience is going to motivate you to get on ball with this creative idea that you were stuck on. It's going to help you pursue those goals. You're going to learn from this setback right here. It's going to be a very motivating fact for you in a positive way, because it's going to create a better you, and it's going to change your circumstances, which is what you're trying to do, and your alignment and your higher energy and your purpose. So it this is going to get you back on track of pursuit of that new learning. The Eight of Pentacles here is a card of encouragement for you, Virgo, and it's reassurance that the energy that you're investing in yourself and this creative idea is on target, and is definitely worth your while, and the universe is supporting you, and you will do it. Know that you will do it. In our challenges for this time frame, we have the Fool card. It's a major arcana card. Angel and spirit guides help us understand why the Fool here is in Virgo's challenges during this time period, please. Yep. Virgo, there's a tie-in here in this overall energy reading. This is about new beginnings, new work, new ideas, a little bit of setback. You're going to learn from that. If you had a stalemate, and you had a setback, you're going to learn from that, and that setback is going to motivate you to this new beginning. That's the message that I'm picking up here. This is about, you are wanting, this new beginning is going to be there. It may be unknown to you, maybe thrilling, but it's thrilling. There's a calling there to some degree, and this is going to reinforce in your commitment. It's going to encourage you to follow your heart. It's going to encourage you to take that leap of faith and know that you're going to be okay, even if you don't know all the details right now. This is about a time that you need to trust where the universe is taking you. It's about this new journey. This card is encouraging you to have an open and curious mind. It's about excitement. Excuse me. It's about embracing the unknown. It's about leaving behind the fears and anxieties and worries and stresses, because energy depleting and it's not serving you, and you know it's not serving you, Virgo. So it's about being open to these new experiences, this personal growth, this development, this adventure. And it's saying to you, Virgo, now, take the leap of faith. Even if you do not feel 100% ready for it, or you think you're not equipped for what's coming, or could be, this card is saying, seriously, what are you waiting for, Virgo? Seriously, you know you need to go forward with it, and this is your push. This is your message. And it's also saying you don't need to have everything in place. You don't have to have everything in place to get started. It's saying that will come to you. Those things will work themselves out. What is critical is you're going forward with it. Keep moving forward with it. Um, you know, this is a wonderful card, and it ties into this creative energy that you have the opportunity and that you were called for. Get through this setback here. Get back on track with your new idea, and this is it, new beginnings. And your challenge, why it's in your challenges here, I'm picking up, is because you have a choice to do nothing and not grow, or you have a choice to grow and see wonderful things follow. That's your challenge, Virgo. This is saying you don't need for other people to give you the green light. You don't need to hold off because you don't think you have the skills or tools or resources. This says, the universe says you are ready. And this is the sign that you've been waiting for. And this is it. This is it. This is about great potential and opportunity for right now. And if you use your creative mind and your spontaneity to make up, it'll make it a magical time is what I'm picking up. It's very powerful here. I can't tell you how powerful this is, Virgo. Um, the Fool, Virgo, is an invitation to relax, play, and have fun, and to treat these project or these things as an experiment, and to feel yourself flow with whatever is coming your way. The universe is asking you to embrace this sort of beautiful, carefree spirit. It's about allowing yourself to connect with this energy that surrounds you and flows through you. Tap into your fullest potential, Virgo. Stepping into it'll bring you to this wonderment. Use that curiosity that you have, this intrigue. It's about living life as though you were a child once again. Laugh more, dance more, and let your heart go free. Don't let things restrict you. This is an excellent card to use to help you to meditate if you're struggling on certain things. It will help you get through dread or worry or self-doubt if they're in your life for other reasons. Use the Fool here is showing up for you, Virgo, as someone that is daring and carefree. The Fool is representing this embodiment of who you really are, Virgo, as a free spirit, your inner child, your playful soul. And anytime you've experienced fear, remember the essence of the Fool as he encourages you to acknowledge that fear and do it anyway, because you will get through it and you will learn from that fear. We never know where our future is going to hold, Virgo, we know that. But like the Fool, the overall purpose of the Fool here is sometimes you have to step into the unknown, and you have to trust the universe. That the universe will catch you and guide you along the way, and that's the message here. That it's encouraging you to take the challenge and move forward, because you'll be amazed at what happens. Wow. Wow, that was amazing. All right. In our fifth card, outcomes for this time period, we have the Prince of Cups, or it's a page card again, so it's a message. In your outcomes, you are getting a message. Angels and spirit guides, what is the purpose of the cups here, the Page of Cups, for Virgo during this time period, please? Well, I'm picking up it's the same message for you, Virgos. I'm kind of laughing to myself because this whole reading is about new beginnings, new opportunities. This is a message that to go forward with those new opportunities. You started this This is a man, you started this with a message to go forward, and you're ending this time period, this period here, your outcomes is saying the same thing. Keep going forward. That your creative energy is there no matter what the setback was. And now you need to express it, that you want to snap up new ideas. You want to bring something forward, whatever it was. If it's just changing your life, career, it doesn't matter what the idea was. You know what it is. And this is the message of spend the time exploring that idea and move forward. It's like someone slapping you across the head or a big neon sign in front of you saying, what the hell are you waiting for, Virgo? You know, this Cup's message here invites you to have an open and curious mind. So did that one. It's being open to anything. Anything is the key word. Anything that comes to your mind, any thought, any sort of creativity that you might have pushed aside, it's saying use your intuitive nature. It's saying, you know, if you thought about something that's fleeting and went, what the hell did that pop in my mind for? It's saying that might have been a message. Take that down, write it down. That could have been something that you need, and maybe you just glossed over when it first happened. But go back to think of things that sort of popped in your mind for some reason, and see if there's a pattern, because you may have been getting signs, and you just have to put the signs together. It's about exploring, you know, these signs to your fullest potential, even if something is out of your reach here. You know, the message of the Cups here is asking you to embrace your inner child again. That's the message here, to anything that's possible. This message here, the message of the Cups is about exploring new facets of yourself. It's asking you to explore a creative, emotional self. You know, take new art classes, read books, express your feelings in a different way. It's about bringing your aspirations to mind and manifesting them, and finding that you could probably reduce daily chores into something you can combine them into something more easier. I mean, it's about anything. Don't be afraid to let your feelings show, and it's about wearing your heart on your sleeve, Virgo. Uh, the support is there. The universe is supporting you. You know, the page here is again, the outcomes here is saying your outcomes are going to be positive, and trust those. Trust your intuition is your outcome here. You know, you're probably getting a multitude of intuitive messages that are coming your way. This whole reading is saying move forward. It is the right thing to do. So look for synchronicities. Look for signs from nature that will guide you along your path. You know, you have the green light. It is, I can't tell you how much the green light is coming out of here. It's this it's flowing out of here is what I'm picking up. You know, um, it's yeah, I'm wow. You are finding yourself, Virgo, and you know, as you do this, you're going to put yourself in full alignment, and you're going to find that alignment is going to include your happiness, it's going to include your joy, and it's going to bring you this vigor and interest, and it's going to be like air that you need to breathe. And by trusting your intuition, and going with the flow and making changes as you need to go, and learning from it and having fun in the process of exploring this, you will achieve. Yeah. For some Virgos as well, this message of the Cups is, you know, can indicate that you might receive some of unexpected or a pleasant surprise as well. You know, the pages in all the tarot cards are again as messenger cards, but the message of the Cups here is this also. Some of you may receive a message about related to emotions or intuition or creative endeavors, and that could also be, if not a project you're working on, but it could be a birth of a baby that somebody you know, or your own, or engagement, or marriage, or love interest, or again that new project. But I think most of this is about a new project, is what I'm picking up for most Virgos. So it's about a surprise that you can anticipate, some sort of surprise, but it's going to be a positive surprise, and it's gonna, you'll know the moment that it comes. So embrace. Virgos, this is, wow, I got a chill out of this, a positive chill out of your reading here. This is wonderful. Have faith. Virgos, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it. And I also appreciate your support. I would appreciate your support in supporting my channel. The YouTube algorithms depend on certain key things, and what I call the big three. It's clicking on the video and liking the video. It's subscribe to my channel if you haven't. If you have, thank you so much. It's clicking on the notification bell. If you haven't, please do. If you have, thank you so much. Those are algorithms that are important to me. They don't cost you anything. You're not going to be bombarded by messages or annoying things when you do such, but it's important for YouTube to promote my channel. And I would appreciate your support if you believe such. So feel free to leave a comment if you feel any part of this reading was applicable to you, Virgos. Again, if it didn't resonate with you or a part of it didn't resonate with you, it is totally okay. It just doesn't mean that was specific to you. And that could be for a variety of reasons, your sun signs or cross watchers or anything else. So again, if it did apply, please leave a comment. If it didn't resonate with you, let it go. And you know, it just wasn't meant for you at this time, and it's okay. So thank you again, Virgos, and I hope you have a wonderful October and have a happy and safe Halloween. We will see you in November. Take care.